Okay, guys, what is up? It is Sneaky Excelger here, and I am here for our week one battle of the WPA. And so we are going against it's, it's Ultra. And so we're on Wi Fi. So I'm just going to go over our team right now. So we have Zoroark, which is Choice Scarf with Modest, with Sludge Bomb, Night Daze, U-Turn, and Hidden Power Ice. Night Daze does over 75% to Solgaleo, and Sludge Babes can kill a Tapu Koko at full, or at any percent if he's uninvested in special defense. So next we have Venusaur, Mega Venusaur, with Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Synthesis, and Leech Seed. We have max HP and max special defense. We then have the bold natured Ho-Ho with Shada Berry, with Regenerator, Roots, Thunder, Ice Beam, or Hidden Power Ice, and then max HP, max defense. Very nice. I like that set. And then we have Katana with Z Tailwind, with Leaf Blade, Knockoff, Psycho Cut, and just a regular Jolly set. Then we have Comfy. This is where I just messed up and put a Serious Nature because I missed somehow. I don't know how I did that. So it's leftovers, just Calm Mind Triage with Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, and Defog. So I just messed up here. Along with in-game, I wasn't far enough to have the Mega. I didn't have the Mega Ring, so I just used regular Venusaur because I messed up. But I fixed that now. And Garchomp with Yashaberry, with Rough Skin, Stealth Rax, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and Brick Break with speed to outspeed. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it is Solgaleo at that speed. But that has max attack and then some HP investments. So, getting into the battle. I think the best lead for me is obviously Zoroark because it does really good against his entire team. It can U-turn on anything. It is faster than Hawlucha regularly, and it can kill. It can kill Tapu Koko right away. So I lead with Zoroark, and also just as a good matchup against everyone. So I'm starting this up. So, looking at his team, it is kind of scary that he does have mons like Alolan Raichu because I don't have Sucker Punch on Zoroark. So that could just be a problem. So I obviously send it out as disguised as Ho-Ho. And he goes and starts out with Solgaleo. So this is a really good setup for me because he won't go for Sunsteel Strike or he's in Headbutt. He'll obviously go for Rock Slide, which won't kill me, which is really good. So that means I can go for the Night Daze and just do a huge amount of damage to it. Obviously bringing it down to I think it's under 50%, I know that for sure. So he obviously doesn't expect it. The Night Daze goes off, and it does a huge amount of damage, bring him down to almost the red, and he returns with a Rock Slide. So, and we do take that really well because we aren't weak to it at all. And then I can just go for another Night Daze here, in which he goes out to Tapu Koko, not knowing that I'm Scarfed. And it goes, Night Daze does a good amount, under 50% though, but I can hit him with it again because I feel like he's done his part already. And he can just full switch out. So Zoroark may have went down, but I brought two pawns into the very, very low percent. I think Tapu Koko's around 40 to 30%, and yeah. So then he goes out to Snorlax, and I obviously go out to Garchomp because I have Brick Break and Earthquake, and I can also set up rocks to make sure Tapu Koko can only come in a few more times. So really, really good. It also will get rid of his Sweeper's abilities since if he doesn't have Tapu Koko, he can't really sweep with Alolan Raichu and Lucha because they both needed to sweep, and I have both mons that can deal with that kind of. So he does go for the body slam, and he does get the paralysis, which I am okay with. I am still faster. I can go for the Dragon Claw, and he does do a lot. The rough skin takes on down to a little, and he does have the berry. He's obviously Gluttony with a Weaky Berry, or I pop a berry, yeah. So I can just go for the Earthquake right here. I didn't go for the Earthquake the first time because I didn't want Hawlucha coming in at all because it is dangerous in the setup. I do get the crit, which is very nice, and Pursuit does knock me out with crit, and Rough Skin does hurt him. So at this percent, I can bring in any mon. I'm pretty sure I don't bring in. I bring in Venusaur. Okay. I thought I brought in Katana, but yeah. Okay, so I bring in Venusaur, and it goes for Sludge Bomb. I obviously don't Mega Evolve because I do not have the Mega Ring, so that's just unfortunate for me. But it does knock him out. He then goes into Hawlucha, Tapu Koko, and I know I could take any move from it, being like a Brave Bird or a Hidden Power Ice. So I do stay in, and he obviously just does Volt Switch out, which I am fine with because it does not matter to me. Because he's taking more rock damage, and he goes out into his Solgaleo, and I can Sludge Babe doesn't do anything, and then he can Morning Sun right here, and I just set up Leech Seed on him. So it's kind of nice saying that so I'm not in the best position right now because I do not have. I'm pretty sure this Solgaleo has some speed invested on it, so it will probably do damage. A lot of damage to Ho-Ho. Not the best for me. And because of that, I just like. But he does not. He just goes right out into Lucha, which I'm fine with. I still have things to counter this, especially like. Even Ho-Ho counters this because I can go for a Thunder here, and it will do an extraordinary amount. So I want my Chiata, and I go for the Thunder. And it does not even a fourth. And I do land the Thunder. Very good to see. And it does. I thought it would knock it out, but it doesn't for some reason because he's probably max HP. But I do get the paralysis, and he will still outspeed me. So, but he does like to save this thing. And I switch out too because I do Regenerator, and I can go out and Comfy, who is max HP, max defense, or max HP, max special defense, max special attack with a serious nature, obviously, for some reason. And he can just switch out here because of my Triage. So he's probably going to go out into Solgaleo, as he does, because it does counter this thing really well. So I just go for the Draining Kiss just to make sure that it dies. As seen. So, obviously you have to switch out here. Knowing that he already has Rock Slide on this thing, I switch out into the Ho-Ho because it is defensive and also has max HP, is at full right now. He does go for the Morning Sun, and I can just get fire off a Sacred Fire. He does go for the Rock Slide, doing a good amount, and I obviously miss. Alright, wait. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna go back. I don't know what happened there. Like, so I take the Rock Slide, and then I go for. I don't know what I went for. I probably went for Thunder again, thinking he was gonna switch out. So then he goes for the Rock Slide as I switch out into Cortana, which obviously takes it, and I can go for the knockoff here, and he can go for the Flare Blitz and knock me out, leaving him in a good situation for me, I believe. I think I actually had Fire Blast and I missed, and that's why it didn't hit. Alright, so he's at very, very low percent. I can go out into Ho-Ho and just Fire Blast again. I obviously take this Rock Slide. And obviously he flinches me. He then switches out into Tapu Koko and Electric Trains back up along with. I do go for the Flamethrower, so I don't know what I went for last time before that then. Tapu Koko's down this four turns of Electric Train up, and he obviously takes advantage of that, goes out into his Raichu. Psyshock will not kill because of defensive, well, most of the time, but since I was at such a low percent, it didn't really matter. And I can go out into Comfy and start setting up on this thing. So he does go for the Nasty Plot, and I go for the Calm Mind. And at this point, whoever just wins this matchup right here will sweep the rest of the game, because his all of his mons are at such a low percent, and besides Blastoise, but I have Giga Drain for that, and so he won't be able to do that much. So looking at the damage, it does just under 50%. And Psyshock does a lot. So I'll need to go for Draining Kiss again, and it leaves him at like 4% or 10%, which is really unfortunate, saying that I was serious and not modest. And then I just continued to get swept by this thing with then Venusaur going down as well. So we take a, it was a 4-0 loss because he had Blastoise, who never hit the field, along with Solgaleo and Hawlucha, who died to rocks, and also Raichu. So that is just unfortunate. With that being said, pause it. So I needed to just play better. I think my Zoroark and my Garchomp just died. Because I decided not to switch out for some reason. Like, I had answers to Tapu Koko, like Garchomp and Venusaur, and the first play, and I could have switched out and kept my Zoroark at still being a threat with U-Turn and Night Days to his entire team. But I decided to just let it die, which is kind of unfortunate, but that is okay. We'll take that 4-0 loss and just make sure to come back and hit harder next time. So this was a conference play game, which is kind of unfortunate saying that we lost it, but next week we have Ice Demon Gray and his team of threatening mons with Mega Latios and Deoxys along with Fable and Krukaruk, just to name a few. But other than that, guys, just make sure to go and click that like button, subscribe, and just enjoy your time here. Like, why not? So that is all for today, and other than that, have a good time.